In the month of February, I read 7 books, and here's a not so quick yes, no, maybe as to whether or not I would recommend them. The first book is 400 Souls by Ibram X. Kendi and Keisha Blaine. Yes, absolutely I would recommend this, especially to anybody that is looking to get into nonfiction, trying to learn a little bit more about Black American history. The general premise of the book is that it is nonfiction, it is historical, and it talks about the 400-year span between 1619 and 2019, basically the history at that point of Black America, and it's really, really interesting, good read for anybody at any time of year, so definitely highly recommend it. Next is Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Farida Abike Emide. Yes, absolutely yes, 100% yes. This is a fantastic book. I highly recommend pretty much anybody to read it. If you're into anything with dark academia, if you're interested in codes or stuff like that, highly, highly recommend it. It is a very, very interesting read. It is pretty fast-paced, which is nice, and I highly recommend it. Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. Yes, I do recommend it. However, there's a bit of a stipulation there. If you're not comfortable with spice of any kind, or kind of some open door-ish kind of romance and all that stuff, I don't know if you would necessarily find this as much of a vibe, but I definitely recommend it. I think it was really fun. There are a couple of characters, if you're anything like me, that will frustrate you, so just fair warning on that, but I thought it was a really fun read, so yes, I do recommend it. Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall. Absolutely, 100% yes. This was probably my favorite nonfiction book that I read this month. It was so good. Like, it's just so interesting seeing the different intricacies and the intersectionality of everything. So, highly recommend it to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, highly recommend it. It's really good learning opportunity for, I feel like, pretty much everyone. Intimations by Zadie Smith. Maybe to a no. No for me, as in I wouldn't probably read it again, but maybe depending on who the person is, I might recommend it to you. I think it's just a very hard read, as in like the subject matter is difficult. It's 6 essays that she wrote during the very beginnings of lockdown for COVID. And it talks about a lot of the stuff that was happening during that time frame. So like the COVID stuff, but also all of like the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff like that, which is all very important information to talk about, but it is kind of a little bit more of like a darker subject matter, and it could be very difficult to get through. For me personally, it was pretty difficult to get through, and so I would recommend it to certain people, but not necessarily the vast majority of people, if that makes sense. Legendborn by Tracy Dion. Yes, and I'm so happy because my hold for Bloodmarked that was supposed to take 2 weeks for me to get, I got it already because they returned it early, so I'm so excited to start that. But yes, absolutely yes, just like Where Sleeping Girls Lie, this is like a YA kind of like fantasy mystery kind of thing, and it's so good. It's so in-depth. There's a lot of information. Just so you know, there is a lot of information. There's a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to learn about the magic system, about how the actual society itself functions, but it is such a good read, and it is so worth it. So definitely check it out. The 3rd book is actually coming out this month, so it's never been a better time to start this series, and I'm so freaking excited and happy that I did. So highly recommend. And finally, The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. So this is the book that I actually started the month off reading, and I think it's pretty fitting that it's one of the ones that I finished the month off reading. It is a very, very good book, so yes, I would recommend it. However, the subject matter is and can be challenging and difficult. And I think that probably can be said about most Toni Morrison's works. But it's definitely worth the read, and I think it's a very important piece of literature, so I definitely recommend it to people. What was your favorite read of February? And let me know if you've read any of these books and what you think about them. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!